there, everybody, and welcome to the new episode of the Legend-ary Quiz. I'm the book. I don't have a name. Our guests today are Carly and Doomshroom. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah!
Alright, then let's freaking go! It basically works like this. I'm gonna tell you a story, and in between the story, I'm gonna stop real quick sometimes. I'm gonna ask you a question, so you better pay close attention, because one of three options is correct. And do you know what you're competing over?
No.
The one who wins gets to decide what reincarnator has to post on his second channel. Whatever it may be, as long as it's not illegal, of course.
Oh, it's gonna involve maid outfits. Trust me.
Oh my god! Yeah, luckily that's none of
Alright,
none of my business. It's reincarnator is just a sponsor. I'm just a book, you know. Right. One winter, a poor young man was gathering firewood in the mountains. He came across a crane flapping pitiably on the ground. Its wing had been pierced by a hunter's arrow. The man approached the crane and gently removed the arrow. Then he applied some medicine and bandaged the wing. Afterwards, the crane flew up into the air and cried happily. It circled the young man and then flew away. Not long after, one cold and snowy night, there was a knock on the man's door. Oh, it's already the first question! Who was standing outside the man's door? A. The crane. B. A beautiful woman. C. There was no one there.
I'm gonna say B.
Alright. You don't have to raise your hand.
I'm gonna say A.
A. Alright. Well, points to Carly then, because it was actually a beautiful woman that was standing in front of the door. When he opened the door, he was
1-0.
Yeah, exactly. When he opened the door, he was surprised to see a beautiful young woman dressed in traveler's clothes, standing in the snow. It was cold and dark, and a terrible time to be traveling alone. The woman asked if she could spend the night in the man's home. He felt sorry for her, and immediately welcomed her inside. Bet that looks had something to do with that too. She sat by the fire to warm up, and though he was poor, she was probably also poor, I mean she's just traveler, the man offered her that little food he had. The next day, the man went out to gather more firewood, and when he returned, the woman was still there. Not only that, but she had also cleaned the whole house. Ooh, there's a joke here waiting to be made, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
She stayed the following day too, and the day after that, she made no mention of continuing on her journey, and the man did not ask her about it, for he enjoyed her company. This carried on for some time. Then one day, the woman told the man... Oh, the question! What did the woman tell the man? A. She was pregnant. B. She will finally carry on her journey. C. She wants to marry him.
B.
Let's say... I'm gonna go for C.
Alright. That means points to Carly again. Carly, you're on a roll here.
Frick.
Yeah.
You're doing
I
terrible.
thought it was gonna be a plot twist.
You're doing terrible. A plot twist. Oh, well, not so much. These are actually all pretty straightforward Japanese legends. Anyway. And one day the woman told the man that she would like to be his wife. The man could not believe that such a beautiful young woman would want to marry someone as poor as him. She assured him that she had thought it carefully and made her decision. He liked having her around, so he happily took her as his bride. For a wedding gift, she asked him to build her a loom. Do you know what a loom is? It's not a question, it's just, do you know what a loom is?
Yeah, I know what a loom is.
No, I don't.
It's like where you weave stuff on, where you like make clothes on, a loom.
You mix string into
Exactly.
bigger plates of fabric.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There's a cat! Oh, there's a cat on my fucking No, When it was completed, she announced that she would weave a brocade. That's a type of clothing, you know. She insisted that she needed total privacy to work, just like some men need total privacy to work, if you know what I mean. Anyway, but it's not this kind of way. She asked her husband to leave her alone in her workroom for 7 days, and she made him promise that he would not look in on her. The husband listened to the cluck, cluck, boom of the loom. That's actually how it stands here. The cluck, cluck, boom of the loom, as his wife worked. But he kept his promise and did not spy upon her. After the 7th day, she emerged from her workroom looking exhausted. She carried the most splendid piece of fabric the man had ever seen before. She instructed him to take that brocade into town and sell it to the Lord for 1,000 ryo. He was astonished. Could it really be worth such a lordly sum? Well, if the Lord has to pay it, then it's a lordly sum after all. Yeah, that's what it is. Also, we have some technical difficulties. There we go. There we go. That works. I couldn't scroll. We're all happy, right? You guys are way calmer than Vox and Alistair, I have to say.
Because you're talking, and
Yeah,
there's
but
no need for us to talk then.
Yeah, respectful might be respectful, but yeah, okay, you know what? These two are not really respectful. You're right. You're right, Doug.
You know, this is just a calm before the storm, or,
Oh, God.
the looming threat. You get it? You get I have such dry fucking humor. Get me out of here. I mean,
The man
continue.
The man did as she asked, and the Lord bought the fabric for 1,000 ryo. Then the Lord commanded him to do something. Oh, a question! What was the Lord's order? He wants the new collection of this sick drip. B. He wants to see the person who made this sick drip. C. He should move into the palace with his wife.
B.
He wants to see the person.
Alright. Well, that sadly means points to neither of you, because the right answer was actually A. He wanted a new collection of the sick drip. He wanted to have another one of those shit. You know, like these guys who own 7 different Nike shoes. I mean, they all are Nikes, but they want all the time. They want new ones all the time. Or these guys that buy new iPhones all the time.
Nikes.
It's always the fucking same phone. It's just
You know
like
what?
a little bigger.
You know what? I just found a strategy, because if I choose whatever Doomshroom is choosing, then there's no way for me to lose the game. But no, I'm not going to do that.
You know, the loser doesn't lose anything.
Master
It's just that
strategies?
the winner gets to decide something. The loser doesn't have to do anything. But if anything, you should not pick what Doomshroom picks, because Doomshroom has been wrong all the time until now.
I don't know.
He ordered him to make another brocade
I'm
just
not
like
going
the
to do
first one. He returned home with the fortune he had received from the fabric and told his wife that the Lord wanted another one just like it. She seemed reluctant to weave another one. God, you think it's a book I know how to spell. However, as the Lord had commanded it, her husband's life would be in danger if he did not deliver it. She agreed to weave one more, and once again she made her husband promise not to look upon her while she was working. The husband listened to the clack-clack boom of the loom. Somebody please make a remix out of that. As his wife worked. But this time, he wondered how she could weave such an extraordinary brocade when they didn't even own a single spool of thread. And to be quite honest, I'm pretty surprised he didn't think of that sooner. His curiosity overpowered him. He opened the door to the workroom and peeked inside. A question! You should have seen this one coming. What did he see in the room? A. He saw his wife killing cranes to make the fabric. B. He saw a loom that was weaving by itself. C. He saw a crane getting naked.
I'm gonna go with
Oh.
C, because it was a Japanese tale, yeah?
Then what does
A
that have to
crane
do?
becoming. What do you mean by a crane becoming naked? So he's losing his feathers or what?
There's a crane getting naked.
What do you mean by
Obviously
that?
It has a robe. It has a robe, and it gets, then
It's
the
just a
robe.
crane getting naked.
I
It's
don't
nothing
know.
special.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna elaborate on
I'm
anything.
gonna go with number B then.
Number B. I love the number B.
B, the number.
But
the
the- but
second
the-
number of the alphabet.
But the letter 2 is also good. Alright.
the letter 2.
Okay. Oh my god, that actually means a point to Doomshroom! Because there, working on the loom, was a crane, where his wife should have been. The crane pulled out its own feathers one by one, using them in place of thread to weave the
So-
fabric. Its body was nearly plucked bare and covered in painful red spots. Astonished, the man quietly closed the door and let the crane finish its work. After the 7th day, the woman emerged from the workroom looking gaunt. She carried a brocade equal in splendor to the first one. It would surely sell for 1,000 ryo. She gave the fabric to her husband and looked at him with sad eyes. She explained that she was the crane he had saved from the hunter that night. In order to repay his kindness, she had changed into a human in order to be by his side. But he had broken his promise and spied upon her, and now she could no longer be with him. Question! What did she do? Then, she transformed and ate his liver as punishment. She transformed and destroyed the entire brocade with her magic. She transformed and flew away.
Let's say it's brutal. A.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with C then and go with the pacifist run.
This has never happened.
Also, by the way, since the woman was the crane, then the first question, if it was a crane or a beautiful woman standing outside his door, technically, I deserve half a point.
What did you say again? Well,
So because
but it was
the
a
first
woman.
question was what was outside his
yeah,
door?
but
What was,
you know what, but she,
and the answer was a beautiful woman.
Nah, you know what?
Technically, it
Nah,
was the crane.
you know what,
so
this
I
is-
was technically right. So I deserve half a point.
well,
Come on,
No,
you're the
no,
odd
no.
one out.
No, I don't think so. I mean, at that moment, she had the form of a beautiful woman. So,
Yeah.
if I would have given you half a point for that, then the whole story would have been spoiled.
Quizzes, schmisses.
I did not gain sentience and run away from the storyteller just to be put into place by a small cat like you. I did not hide here in a friend's basement to be safe from the storyteller to never find me, so I can continue my quiz forever, just to be bossed around by a small lolly like you. Alright, my dear friends who will all get along here, let's continue.
Well, wait, what's the answer?
Oh yeah, I didn't say
A
anything
over there
yet.
and C over here.
I completely lost track of it. Well, points to Doomshroom because she transformed and flew
Wow,
away. It was not
she
brutal at all. I'm
flew
sorry,
away.
Kali. You wanted that blood. I get you very much, but sorry.
Pacifist run.
It was wholesome. I mean, as wholesome as it gets. I mean, he broke her trust. Though it was brief, she would cherish her time together forever. She then transformed into a crane and flew up into the sky, which must have been pretty, difficult because she was half naked. Crane. I don't know how cranes can fly if they're like half naked. Anyway, she called out one last time, and the flock of cranes passed overhead, each one fully clothed. That doesn't stand here, but I just assume it. She joined the flock and flew off into the distance, never to be seen again, and probably regrowing her feathers while she was at it. And that, my dear friends, was the story, which now leads to a very interesting thing which I would have not seen coming here, actually. It's a tie. You both have the same amount of points.
Hey, yo. How do we deal with this?
But you know what is going to happen is a tiebreaker. Alright, the tiebreaker is this one. He who is able to intimidate a crane's call best wins.
Intimidate or
Imitate.
I don't even know what a crane actually sounds like compared to other birds.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go with
Do you have like a
who-
video up so you can listen to it?
Nah, I'm just gonna go with whoever I like more. So give it your all, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the first step.
Alright.
Yeah, so go ahead. Be my guest.
No, me? Me?
Go
So
on.
you're
Yeah.
just gonna like leech
Dude.
off of my knowledge of
Dude,
cranes?
go on.
I have so much crane knowledge. You don't even know. I have no fucking knowledge about this.
You're kidding me right now.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Alright, Kali, what's your turn? Go on, stand up, give it to
Okay,
us.
wait, I need to grab my controllers
Yeah,
first
you've been
and
sitting
to
like
stand.
you've been sitting like you're freaking like dead all this time. It's pretty funny.
Okay, let's go for it.
Alright.
Come on! Come on! Wow!
That's sounds like a mixture of a horse and a cat. It sounds like a cat. Alright, the point goes to Doomshroom, and with that Doomshroom wins because he actually sounded a bit like a bird. That legitimately sounded like an angry cat when you did there, Carly. I mean, I'm not going to judge you because you are an otter, and maybe otters are like related to cats, and that's why you did that. Anyway. Doom, that means you get to decide whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's not illegal, to upload on Reincarnator's second channel, which he has to record and upload. Yeah, you can get in touch with him later about that. I don't know where he is right now, actually. But, yeah, Kali,
Understood.
thanks for trying, and thank you all for watching the Legend-ary Quiz with me, the book, who gained sentience and is hiding in the basement now. This is going to be the place where we're gonna hold this shit from now on. Claw, thank you for hiding it, but I hope we didn't cause too much ruckus. Very fascinating indeed, goodbye!